Hey, it's Birdman time for the community shout here on the Arizona White Mountains podcast. Hanging out here in the beautiful Arizona White Mountains. Hey, remember, outdoors is always open up here. You can socially distance without any issue. We just ask that everybody be nice to each other if you're coming up, and be nice to the people that are coming up. But it's weird times, of course. Once again, where I think we're like in, what are we, 8th month of COVID, something like that, it feels like. Anyway, hey, we're going to start this morning with Garrett.
What's going on, Rob?
How are you?
I'm doing good.
So I get Garrett over here running the show, and this is fun.
Yeah.
So, but you're here to talk about...
So my other job that I do consistently, I do a lot of freelance video, but I work for Heritage House in Snowflake. And we're just going to switch the switcher back and forth between us. We do a lot of pro-life video content and a lot of training video content for pregnancy centers to use with their clients, which are mostly like, lower poverty and stuff like that. So we're doing a series just called Jobs: How to Get a Job, how to interview for a job, how to be good, how to look good to get a job, and how to even build like your character and work on those kinds of things. So anyways, that's what the video series is about. There's 5 different videos. The reason I came on the show today is because we will pay $50 for an interview to anyone who's currently looking for a job. And we'll also pay $50 for an interview with someone who's in like a hiring position. So everyone that's listening to the show, I got my number on the screen right now. It's 520-243-3846. So give me a call or a text and let's schedule something. The big thing, the reason that I needed to kind of like mass shout this out to everyone, community shout, is we need diversity in our videos. I've already got plenty of white people that I've interviewed, so just, help me out, White Mountains, get me a little bit of diversity for my video projects, and that's it. So again, we'll pay you for like a 30-minute interview.
Very cool. So they just reach out, do it that way, pretty straightforward. They don't have to have any experience or a video resume or anything like that.
My only recommendation would be a little comfortable in front of the camera where you're not like super nervous to be interviewed. But if you're someone that regularly like just videos yourself, with
Cool.
your phone, you'll be fine.
Awesome. Cool. Well, thank you very much. Appreciate that, Garrett.
Thanks for letting me be on your show and not having to sit over there.
No problem. Here we go.
Rolling.
Okay, hanging out here in the studio with me now, I have from the city of Sholo, Jay Brimhall. How are you, sir?
Doing well. How are you?
Good. Now you actually sit on.
The relation. Would you like?
Yeah,
to
explain the relationship, because you don't sit on the board, but you're the city liaison, I think.
That's a really good way to say it. Actually, I did kind of a what do you call it? Just kind of put down all of the boards and stuff that I'm on. It's just like 7.
Oh wow.
One of those is the senior center.
Okay.
Meals on Wheels. I kind of am an intermediary between the city and the senior center, which we operate through a contract with the Meals on Wheels group.
Okay, yeah, very cool. And so the reason I have you here today is we're going to talk a little bit of Meals on Wheels due to COVID, which has sort of impacted every single aspect of life, I think, at every level. Yeah. We've got an issue currently getting drivers. Right. We got over the hurdle of getting them fingerprinted and clearance and stuff like that, but now we've got, since it's a volunteer kind of position, we've got people that are older and maybe more susceptible to what might happen and worried about it. And they're also summer visitors, so we're getting to the point where we need drivers.
Right.
So,
yeah, basically, man, you just said it all. They're a really great group. They work with a lot of volunteers, so they're very used to having different schedules and working with people and making sure that all the bases are covered. What they need drivers. First and foremost, they need drivers so that they can cover meal shifts. And what that involves is essentially getting in your car, taking hot meals to people who can't otherwise go and get them. And those are people who are generally 65 and over,
right.
Have some sort of impairment and are not able to go to the senior center to pick up a meal. They do that too, but we need drivers in order to get those meals to people out in the community.
Do you need a car to do it?
You do.
Okay. We need a driver's license, but we do have cars. We do have cars as well.
Yeah.
Too, right. Yeah.
You know, the Horn Motor Group has been very, very good to the senior center and the Meals on Wheels folks. They've provided 2 automobiles for them. They're wrapped. You might have seen them around town, but they're wrapped in a pretty cool graphic that you know, is a Meals on Wheels graphic. And so you don't necessarily need a car. We can provide those for you, but you need to call Sholo Meals on Wheels and get on that list. That number is 928-532-0656. That's the right one.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
0656.
0656. And then they will do the intake and get you squared away.
Okay, cool. Also, you know, obviously donation of food and of course donation of money works as well. That's all appreciated. It helps. And how long have you been dealing with Meals on Wheels?
I've been here for about 6.5 years, so about 6 of those years.
Okay.
Coming up on 6 years being directly affiliated with them. Before I was a grant writer with the city, and so we were always looking for grants also. So kind of that liaison position about 6 years, and boy, oh boy, those folks do good work. And that board has always been great, but they are firing on all cylinders now, and they're really doing good work in the community. And you know, we're just here to hopefully drum up some support for them.
Awesome. Well, thank you for your time today. Appreciate that. Once again, Jay Brimhall with the City of Sholo. Hey, that's going to be it for this week's Community Shout. Not a whole lot going on. Of course, events activities are sort of restricted. The governor put out new guidance yesterday. We record on Tuesday. So hopefully by the time you see this, people have a little better understanding of what's going on with the bars, with the water parks, we don't have a water park, obviously, but the bars, 6 and 7 specifically, and gyms as well. It's a rather confusing set of guidance, and hopefully we get some more information about that and understanding of what's going on and when these places can open back up. Certainly pick up the telephone and call your representatives, call your senators, and call the governor and let him know how you feel about these places being closed down. We hear it from you daily. So you need to make sure, put it in writing and make the telephone calls. They need to hear it down there, because if they're only hearing from the area that they live in down there in Maricopa County, they're not going to understand what's going out in these outliers. And we do need our places to be back open. We've got a lot of people up here that are out of work because of it and need some help. So hey, I'm Birdman, and like I always say, if I don't see you around town, I'll catch you right here on the web. It's a wrap.